G'day and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Ranmenera. Last time round, we let Rin go.
On it.
She has now gone home. And that's really cool. I'm really glad that we took a small child around with us, but then we got her home. And that home was not in the same world, so I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty happy with it. It did give us a lot of gold, so we are now quite gold attuned. Whatever, I'm not sure that's bad. We also picked up Tybir again. We probably should look at giving him items, but we'll deal with... Oh, you know what? We can probably do that now. He's got a broadsword, which is a medium weapon. Quick axe is a heavy melee weapon. Might give that to Eridus. We've got a light melee weapon, which I'm going to keep on me, thank you very much, because it's too useful. But on the other hand, I might give him the Bloom Shard. Also, it occurs to me that maybe constantly angering the Bloom while simultaneously wielding an item that is ticking off the Bloom, like... Wearing part of the Bloom while ticking off the Bloom probably is not a good long-term survival strat. On the other hand, I don't care. Alright, let's go to... You know what? We got Tybir with us. Let's duck back to the Memavira's courtyard. Just see what we can do over there. We were asked to bring Tybir, so we can totally do that. And then bring Tybir to Dracogen, that is. We've got one more that we definitely want to open. We may still just open it with the scalpel, because I kind of want to continue to antagonize the Bloom, even though it's almost certainly a bad idea. We can also check if there's anything we can do with Weights of Prey now. I saw another construct that looks like you. It's in the house of Ioksu, not far from here. The last of my sibling comrades, yes. I am aware of its presence in the Tinkerer's house. Multi-coloured lights flash from the construct's head in a quick, agitated succession. We came to this place together, two brothers in arms, seeking respite from the unrelenting memories that tormented us, but he chose a different path from mine. A different path? The Tinkerer put his hands in my sibling comrade's brain and pulled the memories out, and with them the mind and thoughts and the means to think. Now my brother-in-arms is a gutted shell, a scarecrow standing in the Tinker's house to frighten off the Raven Men. Thus he has found peace. The last word is barely a hiss, filled with contempt. Is that so different from what you seek? It is. I seek to forget my past and start again. In that possibility, no matter how remote, there is hope to leave behind this warrior's life my makers chose for me. For my brother-in-arms, there is no hope at all. Okay, we'll see if there's anything we can do about that at some point. Definitely. Let's go chat with one... Oh, there's Philithus there. Hello! I saw you in Sigus. As she approached the Philithus, it gives an immense groan, like some vast hulk breaking at sea. At last the groan becomes a word. Violator! A moment later, in a blinding flash of light, it vanishes. Don't think it likes us anymore. Okay, now. Dracogen. You return, and more quickly than I had anticipated. Do you have something for me, perhaps? Or perhaps I can do something for you. One of my companions is infested with demons of some kind. Can anyone in this place help him?
I'll remember that.
Demons? No, I know nothing of demons. Perhaps one of the doctors in Chiogen's slump will be able to assist you. Gristler tells me the trade post is gone, devoured. You have agreed to my terms. Now you tell me you cannot fill your end of the bargain? I think not. You're resourceful. I doubt the trading post is truly gone. You'll simply need to find a more that will take you there. Is this Gustav weaker than her kind, or is he simply toying with me? You said you had something to say to Tybir. Here he is. Old friend, let us renew our acquaintance, shall we? How is Orvigin? Did you have a joyful reunion? Tybir's jaw drops, his face goes pale. I don't... How do you know? His eyes seek yours in mute appeal as his tangled questions take his breath from him and leave him, for once, speechless. Overgin and Dracogen? How? Oh gods, the ring! Tybir, who's Overgin? Former lover, forget it. Come now, don't sell your epic short, Tybir. This was a love for the ages. He claps your companion on the shoulder and touches you. Let me tell you, the two of them were inseparable. Inseparable! But somehow they parted, lost track of one another. Overgin came to me a year ago asking about Tybir. He came to me, you see, because the two of them shared, let's call them, mind-link rings. Well, Tybir gave his ring to me for legal and moral considerations. Shortly afterward, he hoofed it for the city above. Foolish. I turned the device off as I was examining it, and poor Overgin thought his lover dead. He came running, begging my help. Well, it seems Overgin has broken his word to me. Tisk, tisk. I turned it off on purpose. I'm curious as to who would link themselves to him. Overgin would never do that. He's a man of his words, and you have to admit, you do have a fearsome reputation. Overgin wouldn't want to cross you. This does present a problem, then. Overgin pledged a year of service to me in exchange for certain information, and now he's vanished. I thought of using the paired mind link ring you gave me as collateral in order to track him down. Then realized that anything could have befallen the poor man here in the bloom. And besides, who am I to stand between two long-lost lovers? Perhaps you might be more inclined to seek him out than I. So here, you can have your ring back. May it be useful to you. My apologies, but I simply had to make sure of Tybir and Overgin. Overgin, not Aubergine. Jeez, I do look forward to the hearing of this successful resolution of our arrangement. If he didn't run up, I wonder what happened to him, and whether anyone crossed me. Okay, so we got Tybir's quest, eh? Plain ring, Tybir rubs it constantly. So let's chat with Tybir, maybe. Can we do anything with that? Hey. Come on, chat. I knew he was here and he was looking for me. I should have. He trails off and pulls the ring Dracogen gave him from his pocket and cradles it in his palm amid your eyes. Heartbeat. They work by skin contact, see? I'd know if he was... Couldn't have. I was too scared. What he'd think of me, but also of myself. Dracogen had the right of it. Overgin and I were closer than close. The world stomped on us, but we survived it together. Carried each other through wars and harder times. We were the arms of the same body, but with different minds. Too different, as it turns out. He takes a deep, shaking breath. I loved him. We have to find him. I have to find him. I don't understand. Can't you use the rings to sense his mind and where he is? Right, but you don't know what you're asking. Back in the good old days, it'd be like holding hands, wrapping your fingers around theirs, right? With their thoughts and feelings, but instead of flesh and bone. I'd need to concentrate, for one, and two, I'm not welcome there anymore. He made that clear. I don't know that I disagree. We'll find him. Thank you. I just want to talk to him, set a few things right, if that's all. He swallows and slips the ring onto his finger. What happened between you two, anyway? This isn't the time. It was mutual, alright? As time wore on, we wanted different things, and I wasn't willing to... Leave it. Let's just focus on finding him. And you tell me... where do you think they are? He's somewhere in Little Niliesh. Okay. And how you holding up? I'm fine, lass. I just hope you won't regret our... Yep, sure. And do we want to see if there's anyone we can talk to about... Nah. Well, super weird that we can ask about him since we've never collected him. Alright, and we already handed on in that quest. There's... Oh wait, no, we already poked around at that. Let's just have a quick look around. And yeah. Numenera's fortress. Cool.
On it.
Let's get back out there. And let's head to Little Niliesh again. Let's see if we can do Tybir's quest. For one thing, we kind of need the XP for Tybir. Right now, he's a bit of a load. Okay. So, out we go. Oh, I could have gotten their relationship eaten. That would have been an interesting end to that. There is someone like nearby who you don't need to care about. So you can cheaply sacrifice. So, is there anyone around here we can look at? One door, yeah, okay. So, no one obvious. So let's talk to Garkoto. The newborn Moor feeds on guilt. If you want to know if Herja feels any more remorse for her crime, let her face the Moor.
I'll remember that.
Yes, this is a perfect trial for our prisoner. She can stand before the Moor, and unless she's completely divorced herself from human feeling, the bloom will take its due, a fitting punishment. Once she's done this, she is free to go. You'll find a disc on her forehead. Turn it 3 times, Widdershins, to release her from prison. Tell her if she survives the Moor, she's earned her freedom. Okay. Why do you want to open it? We're exiles here, far from our home in Niliash. It is pardon. We hope the Moor will open again in our fair city. If it doesn't, as it seems likely, we stand to profit from a potential new trade route. Either way, we benefit. Okay, so that's good to actually get that to progress. Well, let's see if we chat with Delany. Not Delany, Delny. Nope, no one to do anything with that, so I guess we'll progress that, and maybe we should talk at mutants. Garkoto has back so soon. Have you come to free poor Herja from her cage? Garkoto has agreed to release you, but only if you face the Moor and allow it to draw out your guilt. Ha! I have nothing to confess or regret, so the Moor will find me a paltry meal. I accept your bargain. The disc on her forehead pulses briefly, and it loses its cohesion to her flesh. It falls to the ground, and Herja's eyes widen as her imaginary prison disappears. She bends over to pick up the disc and passes it to you with a mocking smile. As a knight, I live by my honor, and it's my honor to put some miles between this place and me. A quick jaunt to this Moor, and then I'll show my heels. I don't know how to reactivate it, but it could be useful to a merchant. Cool, cool. It's an artifact, so it's still potentially useful. With a slight sneer, Herja steps toward the Moor. I'll tell you what I regret. Yeah, okay. Let the bloom do its worst. Confidence shines from her face, and a proud carriage, even despite the filth that smears her armor, makes her look every inch the knight she claims to be. The Moor's tongue reaches out to her, grasping and tugging, and as they penetrate into her flesh and draw her close, you can see the first flickers of doubt and fear. Her eyes focus somewhere far away, and she addresses someone who isn't here. She begins to speak through gritted teeth, as if resisting the pull of the Moor in her memory. A spotted Dussie! Ha! I cared little for it, sister, but your sadness made me cry. She breathes deeply, and something inside of her seems to break. Her stoic mask begins to crumble. No! They were mutants! I did what was right! I didn't mean for them to die, not like that, not painfully, not twitching, frothing, kicking, not the children. She swallows. I sold some of the metal before I crumbled it in the air. I thought the dust was still toxic. Toxic it was, but not enough to drop them. The screams, it was the first time they ever seemed human to me. But skinning the yellow woman, her tentacles, her sting, she cried, she wailed, but she was a monster. Cutting out her babies was a blessing to her, stopping more monsters from entering the world. We all agreed. The children looked as human as any. Keep talking. When we brought the tunnel down on the diggers, I could hear their cries through the rubble. Rather than offer mercy, I gave them fire to steal away their breath. I herded the weeping families into the spire, though I knew the resonance of the chamber would slowly shiver them apart. I hated them, I thought. It was only because I feared my fellows' scorn. They were human in every way that matters. What have I done? Oh. I called down the threshers, and I stood guard with my blazing spear to keep the fathers from saving their children. I laughed at their cries, and I disemboweled one because I thought he might serve as a lesson. His blood ran with that of the children. They all suffered to see the others in agony. We waged over who would die first. I'm a greater monster than they ever were. I deserve a death worse than I gave them. I suppose any death will do. A piece of shattered synth lies on the ground nearby. Herja snatches it with a free hand and brings it to her neck. And she murmurs, I'm so sorry. Let her choose her own future. Her just slices deep into her own throat, opening it with a smooth slash. Blood fountains from the wound, splashing across her feet and puddling in front of the maw. Even as life freezes her body, Herge's eyes are haunted, indrawn and accusing. As if to make certain she's done the job right, she uses the last bit of her flailing strength to drive the shard of synth into her death. She falls amid the bloom tongues, and they absorb the lust of her life's blood. They shove her corpse aside, as if the meat of this woman were the least important thing about her. 10 damage to health pool.
Remember that.
Air stirs around you, slowly at first, then a gust as the maw begins to open, expelling atmosphere from an alien world into Little Niliesh. A black tunnel opens, the skein between worlds stretching taut and then snapping like a colt from an infant's face.
Making a note.
Preservation of beauty. Okay, so we got ourselves an access to a new world, and let's talk with Gar. Though Herge bore us malice for the accident of our birth, we still we forgive her, even as we condemn her actions. But the woman is dead. Let her fate serve as an example to those who would let hate consume them. Let us pause to mourn the passing of another life. Now speak, and I will listen. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Before you go, what became of the device that bound Herge to her prison? Do not lie to me, human. I have it. Why should I give it back? Elocutioner, which we have twice. And intimidation, and yep, plus 110. Might as well use one. I agree, your work has been exemplary, and it would be churlish of me to demand its return. The device is yours, a token of my gratitude. Okay, so the real question is, how do I... Alright, let's try talking to Tybir here. Tybs. Buddy, pal.
Opening the bloom's maws doesn't sound too difficult. Wager I could do it.
Thinking of adding a sentient city to your list of conquests, are you? Another one? Why not? Where do you think Owen is now? Somewhere in this place. Old Pain digging in stinking trash. Something's wrong. He feels different. Oh, I know who it is. Okay. Oh, that's sad. Crimper. Ha! Child, you've returned and you've had a chance to test your skills. Found anything that treasures your fancy and like a shining, unexpected toy in your hand? Have you seen a ring like my friend is wearing? Blinking, mouth working silently, Tybir proffers his hand, clearly at a loss. Yeah, Crimper says, glancing at Tybir's ring. He rubbages within his filthy rags. I have one just like it. A tall man dropped it in a pile of butcher's leavings a few weeks back. Brushed off his hand like it... he chuckles, eclipsing Tybir's pain sigh. Brushed off his hand off like he'd handled something awful. The filthy man mimes the motion, rubbing his hands fretfully on his greasy clothing, then cackles. That's it. He got tired of looking for me and dumped the ring with our friend here. It's better this way. I'm glad he's cleared this place. Glad he's gone.
I'll remember that.
Gone? He's not gone. I saw him this morning waiting his turn at the Shrine of Great Sheila. Maybe he's still there. Let's go find him, Tybir. Alright, whenever you're ready, lass. It doesn't matter if he spits in my face and storms off, at least I'll know I tried. He glances over at Owen's lost ring, and the old man tucks it protectively back in his glance with a suspicious scowl. Tybir's mouth quirks, but he leaves the scavenger to his treasure. Alright, that guy's kinda cool. I think let's continue to chase Tybir's lost love. Although I really do want to see what's in that maw. Probably should have checked that first. Ah, well.
One moment, and it's done. All right.
In Great Sheila. Okay, now Ragman, which I'm guessing is the person we want to talk to.
I'll remember that.
Jagged antlers twist from this blue-skinned mutant's temples. Permanent creases shape his face, revealing a history of scowls and grimaces. His glance slices past you to Tybir, then to the ring in Tybir's hand, and he tenses. Skist, it matches the one from the tall boy. I had a feeling you were coming for me sooner or later. Never should have put that ring on. His twisted hand creeps towards a crude dagger on his belt. Bullying a little girl was enough for you, yeah? You wanted to finish the work your friend started? Tybir looks at his hand, then to you, confused. You aren't Orvigen. That's his name? No, I ain't. I'm a thief, but I ain't nothing like what people call a nice man, but I ain't no Orvin either. He spits on the ground. It's like this. Kelsey has these headaches like I did at her age. Only thing that helped her sleep was that singing wall. And there's something buried in it, so it sounded like voices humming together. And a few weeks ago, your man came in, put her to the side, knocked a hole in the wall, took the thing out. She begged him to leave, and he ignored her and took her singing wall away. She still cries herself to sleep, when she gets to sleep at all, poor girl. No, you're lying. Orvin wouldn't do that. Confusion crosses the mutant's face. Let Tybir speak. He's a good man. Better than this world deserves. You're gonna have to tell me the truth, and tell me now. I ain't lying. After I came home and found Kelsey weeping, I went after your man. Caught him alone. Maybe he saw my daughter and me, because he told me he was sorry, and he took her music away, because he was doing dirty work to help a friend. Not that that excuses anything, but he might have told the truth. After I put the ring on, I heard laughing, so I dropped it. Couldn't stand the feel of that voice in my head. And he, what, gave you the ring as compensation? Tybir says, hands balled into fists. No, I took it off his hand before I dumped the body. Put out a hand to stop Tybir. A second later, Tybir slams into outstretched hand. Alright, I'll try and hold him back. You hurl yourself against Tybir, holding him back from the carrying mutant. Slowly you feel a rage stream from Tybir as he sags in your arms. Then with firm, calmer hands, he pushes you away and turns his back on the mutant, who flees immediately. I want to have words with Dracogen, and soon it was Dracogen laughing. The bastard knew. Interesting. Okay. Again, we're just going to keep following this. I'm confused. So did that guy actually kill Orvin? And also, yeah, I guess Orvin was being told to do these things, so... I mean, it's not... it is still just following orders, which is not really a good excuse for doing unethical things. But still. Rested. Ah, interesting. Yeah, okay. Plus 5% critical success chance, so it can't be working the same way as in the tabletop, unless it's saying that you only need to succeed by 9 to get a crit. Okay, Draco. Are you still interested in exploring the bloom, my friend? Word has reached these humble ears of a new maw opening near the court of Garkotto in Little Niliesh. If it leads to the place I recall, which I thought long gone, it might contain devices of great value indeed. If I did not have pressing business here today, I should explore it myself. But I forget myself. What can I help you with today? Tybir, you said you had something to discuss with Dracogen. Wanted to talk to you about what you did with Orvigen, you worthless piece of... What I did, Tybir, really? Did Tybir not tell you how he and I came to be acquainted? Let me. And Tybir was a mercenary, for sale, to the highest bidder. He came to the Bloom to serve as a lackey to whomever would pay him the most in coin, drink, or flesh. An employer approached him about retrieving an artifact from a guarded vault. He took the job. Continue. Your gallant friend helped pacify the guards, and he watched as his compatriots slaughtered the helpless men. It was then revealed that the vault was mine. Wisely, Tybir quit the job and threw himself on my mercy, naming all his conspirators. I took justice on them and gave their children a lifetime of nightmares. But from Tybir I asked only a year of his service, or a mind-link ring, and a favor to be named. He gave me the ring and fled. I did not pursue him. I am a man of my word. When his lover came to me seeking answers about the ring, he found me instead. Orvin agreed to serve in my employ for a year. In exchange for the truth of Tybir's whereabouts, I made him my toy. He did the work Tybir would shrink at in some of the darkest, most dangerous depths of the bloom. And in all this time, Tybir never returned. Tybir knew what he sacrificed when he gave me the ring. He knew Orvin would come, but he gave up the ring without a second thought. At the time, he might have come to me to request his At any time, he might have come to me to request his return, but he never did. In doing so, he knowingly condemned his lover to his fate in the bloom. Tybir swallows hard, shaking his head, not in negation but in shock. He does not interrupt. I didn't know it had come. I didn't know for certain. As for you, Tybir, the favor to be named later is this. I want you to recall the many ways you could have saved Orvin, and to think of how he might have died, to reflect on the depths of his devotion to you, and the shallowness of yours to him. This is the kind of man you travel with, Cast-Off. Know his true character. Best of luck to both of you. An easy favor, perhaps, but boy, Orvin more than compensated. Now go.
I ruined him. I'm the one killed Orvi, not that fool at the shrine.
It's the truth that separates us. I was afraid to lose him, so I broke his heart, cheated on him, used my ring to make sure I knew. And it didn't work. He still loved me. He didn't understand why I was pushing him away. So I waited until he was away on a supply run and turned down mercenaries on the village Orvi had sworn to protect. That did it. One look at the soldiers shoving children into the street, and Orvi bashed me in the jaw and said we were done. You were afraid to lose him, so you pushed him away. I loved him more than I loved myself, and I felt him die dozens of times in the endless battle. When I wanted him out of my head, understand? I wanted him gone so that when death took him for the last time I wouldn't feel it. Still, I wish I'd run after him like I wanted. But I was scared and I ran to the bloom instead. And then I gave up the ring to save myself from Dracogen's revenge. Of course I did, and I convinced myself that Orvi wouldn't suffer because of it. But he did. I knew he was here and I was afraid to face him, and look what a beautiful, honest lad came to in my absence, trying to save me. I made him like me. I'm sick of the lies. It's my fault, and that's the plain truth. You're right, he died when you could have saved. Oof. But yeah. What now? I don't know if there's no saving him now either. I either live with that or I don't. Sometimes you feel like a day should end when you're born too much, but it doesn't, and you have to keep going. Give me some time to myself, will you? I've had enough of talk for now, being honest. Alright. I mean, that's a pretty sad ending. Not that it's actually an ending. So he's definitely dead. Interesting. And Dracogen is a cruel bastard, yeah. We already knew that. And so next time round, we'll go through that more. I want to see what's in it. Until then,
Let's go.
Have a good day. Bye. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you spending the time and effort watching the videos I make. If you'd like to watch more, on the left there should be another video from this playlist. On the right there will be whatever YouTube recommends, and in the center there is a convenient subscribe button just in case you need it.